Hey, what's up, everybody? JayC here with another TNI live stream. And today is going to be kind of laid back. I'm pretty tired, to be honest. Me and my wife did a about 7 mile hike today in about 90-degree weather. And yesterday we did about 3 hours worth of canoeing. So I'm definitely a little bit wiped, but since it's been like 3 weeks since I last did a live stream, I was like, I definitely wanted to do one today. But again, I'm kind of keeping it laid back, relaxing in the recliner, and I kind of feel like let you guys kind of lead the discussion with your questions. I don't have multiple screens set up, so whatever we end up talking about, I'm not going to have image references for you guys. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. The mic's working. Hopefully, let's see who is in the house. Kyle is in the house. Tyree Wilson, what's up? Rerum Trading. Clay, Cass. So I just want to try something here. There we go. I'm also running today's live stream from my iPad, which is a little bit different as well. So, but again, hopefully you guys can hear me, see me, and everything is looking good. Fernandez from New York, what's up? Marcel, Big Ed. So, from the title, main topics, and again, kind of let you guys lead the way, but I figured we talk some Marvel Legends. This coming week, I think, is going to be a big week for Marvel Legend reveal. Starting tomorrow, there will be an official Marvel Legend reveal tomorrow, and then coming on Friday, Hasbro is having a live stream. So they're actually having 2 live streams this month. They've announced that there's going to actually be a second one in July. So I'm pretty sure, based on what I've been seeing hints being dropped by Ryan Ting on his social media, that this coming Fridays is going to be primarily focusing on the HasLab project, the new HasLab project. So I don't think there's going to be really anything else in Friday's live stream other than the HasLab. And then the following one, which we don't know exactly when it's going to be, but I think it's probably going to end up being maybe the last Friday of the month. That one, I think we'll probably see maybe the Fantastic Four retro wave and maybe some other things as well. So it's going to be a fantastic month, I think, for Marvel Legends. Redskin fans, Cyberfrog action figures are live now. We're plugging a Kickstarter, I believe. Blake, yep, keeping it mellow today. Just kind of laid back and relax. Kyle's asking if there are any MCU Marvel Legend reveals. MCU, probably not. I don't think. I don't know of any. Well, let me rephrase. So I don't know everything. We've been seeing What If product drops here from Lego, Funko last week. So I wouldn't be necessarily surprised if we ended up seeing some What If Marvel Legend reveals some point at this month. Those I'm thinking, though, if they do that, would end up being via like Marvel.com type thing. So that's certainly a possibility. I guess that's even something they could show off at one of the live streams this month. But MCU wise, that's probably would be it. Is the second Disney Plus wave, which is going to be pretty much all What If base figures and the one Loki figure, which I'm pretty sure is the Sylvie figure that they've already shown us. So that would be it for MCU, I think. So, what did you guys think of the What If trailer? Are you excited for that one? I'm curious how many people. I know a lot of people, for some reason, when something is a cartoon, they feel like it's beneath them to watch it. I don't know. I mean, and I'm not talking about probably most of you guys, but like, just people in general I know who will go see like a live action Marvel movie, but same thing with like Star Wars, but then they don't watch like Clone Wars and things like that because it's a cartoon. Even though it's done, story wise and everything, it's done just as well as the movies and such. But I wonder how many people more casual Marvel moviegoers will actually end up watching the What If animated series. Saint says he's not excited for What If. But Eric is. Kevin thinks it looks great. I thought it was, some of the episodes, I know some of you like the zombie stuff. I don't know. That's probably, from what I've seen so far, that's probably, I mean, I have no idea what the basis of that episode's going to be, but I'm not that into zombies. Though, it definitely seems like we're going to get at least a Captain America zombie figure in the next Disney Plus wave, if the leaked listings from Amazon Australia are correct, then that one's in the picture. The one with like we saw Ultron slash Vision on the movie poster or the series poster that they released this week. Where it looked like Vision's face with an Ultron type armor that had like all the Infinity Stones. So I'm assuming the basis of that one is Ultron was successful in downloading his consciousness into Vision's body, and I guess ends up getting the Infinity Stones or what have you. So that one I think would be interesting. What I'm really more curious though is how, like, will these just be completely one-off things that have really no impact on the MCU in general, or will this What If series actually play some type of role in the like the multiverse of madness or something along those lines? So I'm kind of curious, how much of an impact this What If series is going to be. I'm leaning towards it's not going to be that impactful because it's again a cartoon, and I have a feeling that you know Disney might be thinking that a lot of people are not going to watch a cartoon, but I don't know. And then of course we got Loki. We got the final episode of Loki coming up on Wednesday. So I'm I'm kind of, before I really give my view on the Loki series, I'm waiting to see how the final episode ends. I'm trying to keep expectations low. I don't want another Vision, Scarlet Witch, Mephisto, X-Men, whatever, Quicksilver. So I'm kind of I'm keeping my expectations low and not expecting any big revelations for the final episode. But maybe I'll be surprised. Saint Archangel says Loki is so good in my opinion so far. See, I think I mean I like the character interactions. I like but I have felt like the series is just kind of dragged out a little bit at certain points. So that's where I'm kind of like I need to see how it's going to end before I make any final decisions. So I mean I don't think I'll hate it either way, but I don't know if I would consider it fantastic yet. But but I'm definitely curious to see how it's going to end. I don't. I'm going to go on record and say I don't think we're going to see Kang. I don't think Kang's in that castle. Or, sorry, if, I guess I should say spoilers before I even mention stuff like that. But I don't think we're going to see Kang in the final episode. Gnarly says Marvel MCU Disney Plus shows have been great thus far. I, I I think they've been decent. I've said this before. I was not a fan with how Vision and Scarlet Witch ended. with the whole thing with Scarlet Witch kind of mind raping a whole town for weeks and then just kind of walking away. I wasn't a fan of that. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I thought was pretty good overall. Wasn't fantastic, but I thought it was pretty decent. And then, like I said, so far Loki I think has been pretty decent. And then, of course, Black Widow. Did everybody either go see Black Widow this weekend or watch it on at home? The movie made pretty good money. About I think 100 globally, both domestic and internationally, made about $158 million this weekend in movie theaters, and then made about $60 million from those who just watched it at home on Disney Plus. Where you paid the extra $30, which is what I did. Me and my wife watched it on Friday night from the comfort of our living room. So, and Black Widow, again, I didn't think it was a fantastic movie. It wasn't like my socks weren't blown off, but it wasn't a bad movie either. I don't know if I really want to get into spoilers for it since I don't know how many people have watched it yet or not. Michael says he saw it yesterday at the theater. Marcel like Black Widow. I'll say that there was one character in the movie that I wasn't terribly thrilled with. And it had nothing to do with gender or anything like that. It was just the overall portrayal of how they portrayed the character. I wasn't too fond of. But I think everything else was pretty good. John says he watched it on Disney Plus with his daughter. For the most part, they liked it. Just one thing we didn't like about a character. Yeah, probably the same thing I didn't like. And to me, like the after credits scene, like originally this movie was supposed to come out before Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So to me, I feel like if I had seen that after credits scene before having seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I would have been like, what the hell just happened? It would be, I think it worked out much better that we actually got to see Falcon and the Winter Soldier first before seeing that after credit scene, because I just feel like it would have made absolutely no sense whatsoever if we had seen that before we saw Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Michael says he's bought his ticket for Snake Eyes 2 days ago. Awesome, man. I will tell you on Snake Eyes, the most recent trailer they released, I thought I liked the look. I'm still not convinced it's going to be a great movie. Let me say it this way: I'm not convinced it's going to be a great G.I. Joe movie. It might be a good action flick. It might be a good karate ninja fighting type flick, but I'm still not convinced that it's going to be a great G.I. or a very good G.I. Joe movie. But I will say that in the most recent trailer that I saw, that it gave me a little more hope that it might be good. While I get that they're modernizing stuff and things, at least it seems like the basic relationship between Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow is going to be fairly intact in this movie, if nothing else. So that gave me a little bit of hope, but I'm still not terribly convinced that this is going to be a great G.I. Joe movie, but we'll see. Kevin Wolfork, if you watch Black Widow, instead of thinking Taskmaster, think Iron Maiden. Yeah, I just, again, I don't know. It was weird how they treated that character. And again, when I say that, it has nothing to do with the gender of the character, which I obviously, I guess I'm giving something away there, but just the mindlessness of the character. I put it that way. I'm trying to stay spoiler light since, again, I don't know exactly how many of you have seen it yet. Michael, did I hear about Ron Perlman voicing Optimus Primal? Yes. Yes, I did. Jerry says, better than the two previous Joes, most likely. Maybe, but let's be honest, that's not saying much. That's keeping the bar pretty low. Eric's looking forward to Snake Eyes. See, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, might be an awesome action flick, might be an awesome, karate ninja type flick. Um, so, like, if you took the GI Joe out of it, I would, maybe say, yeah, it's going to be a great movie. But as a GI Joe purist, I guess I'd have to classify myself of I'm having my doubts still at this point. Omega says, I wonder when Dominic. So I have not seen the new Fast and the Furious movie, but I'm getting tired of seeing all those memes with Vin Diesel and quoting family. I don't know exactly what happened in that movie, but every day I see those damn memes pop up. What's up, Lord Venger? So since we're talking GI Joe, let's talk toys. Let's talk action figures. So hopefully everybody finally was able to get the GI Joe classified figures that they wanted this week. It took a couple tries. It didn't start off very smoothly this week, but it seems like finally um, they got the stuff fairly readily available for people. Firefly actually, for those who had missed out on it, actually became available this morning. I think it came available yesterday at some point, and then again it came available this morning for several hours. So if you were needing Firefly, hopefully you've been able to get one. The Viper, I think, is still been the hardest one to get, but even that one was available for a couple hours the other day. Baratus, I believe, is still available now. So, um, and the Cobra Soldier has been available for some time. So, again, when Hasbro and Target, make this stuff hard to get, you know, I'm the first to try and call it out. But you got to give them some credit for finally at least making them fairly available for us. And I'd keep, if there's one that you're still needing, I'd keep periodically checking the site because again they have been kind of coming back and forth in stock. So if like you still need a Viper, then I don't know for sure, but it's possible they might make it available again. I don't think these are going to show up in physical stores. I checked with the DCPI numbers in the system, and they're not showing as arriving in any stores. So I think these may only be made available online. I won't swear to it. It could change. The system could change, but it's not looking right now, at least like physical stores are going to be getting more of the reissues in. It looks like they're primarily making it available online. Redskin fan. Good now for NECA Turtles to be readily available. Unfortunately, other than when NECA makes them available on their own website to pre-order, which means you can get them without having to worry. Downside is it takes forever for NECA to actually get them out. But that so far though, as far as targets go, they still have not really been, other than like the Baxter and the Splinter set. They really have not been making those terribly easy to get still. Mario says he keeps missing out on Firefly. Well, keep checking, man, because like I said, I believe it's coming back in stock the last 2 days, and today I know it was available for a good couple of hours. So, keep checking, and hopefully you'll get another shot at it. Yellow Jackets wanting new Mirage Turtles. So those are supposedly coming, so I think you're going to get your wish on those. But back to G.I. Joe. So I'm excited for the news. Super 7 this week dropped the clue that, it looks like they're definitely doing ultimates for G.I. Joe, 7-inch scale ultimate. So I'm really interested to see what they end up doing with G.I. Joe Ultimates figures. They're going to be pricey. They're going to be $55 each. But, my guess is this will be your best chance to get 6 or 7-inch scale figures that truly are reminiscent of the original designs, and they'll be chocked with a lot of accessories and everything, and they should be fairly easy to get because they'll go up for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store, and you'll just pre-order them. They're not going to be at like Walmarts and Targets, I don't think, but you should be able to get them online pretty easy. So that we should be seeing what those are going to be this coming week. So again, I'm pretty excited for that. That's what I'm thinking, Eric, is oops, sorry. Is they're going to be based on the cartoon, which in a lot of ways, well, the cartoon or the toy line, I'm not sure which. They kind of, I'm thinking more of the toy line, the original toy line minus the O-rings. I think the designs are going to be based on the toy line, which, I mean, for the most part, I guess you could say was in keeping with the cartoon as well. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I hope they don't just give us the exact. They usually Super 7 will dig deep and give you obscure characters right out of the gate. So I'm sure like Snake Eyes is going to be one, and probably a Cobra Soldier or something. But I hope we get some cool characters that like we haven't necessarily already gotten with classified and stuff. Yeah, the Turtle line follows the original toys, but Thundercats and Silverhawks are more animated. Yeah, that's true. So it could go either way. It really could. Speaking of Silverhawks, it looks like Super 7 is teamed up with Nacelle Company, who did the show The Toys That Made Us on Netflix. It looks like they're going to be trying to reboot the Silverhawks, give us a new Silverhawks cartoon. No details really. Like, is it going to be something they put up online? Is it going to be on a streaming service? When are we going to see it? I think they're probably too early in the planning stages, but Silverhawks looks like is getting a new cartoon at some point. Vinny Boom Boom. Do I think Snake Eyes movie figures will be HTF when they come out? Do I think they'll be hard to get? No, I don't. Well, I don't think they'll be as hard to get as like the regular classified figures, but there might be a few that might be a little more challenging than others. But for the most part, no, I don't think they'll be that hard to get. Eric said, "Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. Reaction might copy the original toy line as well. In fact, that's almost probably a guarantee. Again, minus the O rings." Edward says, "I've been buffering for 10 minutes. Can't hear anything as it's loading." I haven't seen anyone else complaining about not hearing me, Ed, so it may just be you. I'm not sure. If you're having problems hearing me, chime in. Let me know. Eric says the buzz on Twitter is the origin Snake Eyes are nice. The figures, I'm assuming. I know the basic figures have started hitting shelves. I don't know if the classified ones have. I mean, I've seen people are getting them online, but I don't know if they've actually started hitting physical shelves yet. Jason says it's all good here. Kyle says he just watched Iron Man 2 and it just made me want to get Marvel Legends Black Widow figures from that film. Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever see a Iron Man 2 version of Black Widow for Marvel Legends. I mean, it's certainly possible, but I kind of feel like if they were going to do that, they probably already would have. Tony always kissing up. Thanks, man. What about let's shift gears a little bit. Let's talk some Masters of the Universe, Masterverse figures. So started to hit Walmart stores. Not my Walmart. I've got mine on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store, but I did check my Walmart just this morning. Had absolutely nothing. Only thing for He-Man they have on shelves and they've had on shelves for the last month are He-Man and Skeletor Origin figures and Battle Cat. I've tried purchasing the flocked Panther figure 2 different times online, and both times, I had it gave me the option for store pickup. So the first time I tried it, they ended up trying to give me a Mega Blocks Flux Panther. So I said no thanks. And then the second time they just canceled the order. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that one or not. I won't lose sleep over it if I don't. But who knows when they're going to get the Masterverse figures in. Now, the Fakor figure that we saw this week, which I like. I've seen some people say they don't like it, but I think it's a nice modern interpretation of the Fakor character. But I'm not entirely convinced 100% that it's only going to be at Target, but it definitely looks like Target's going to be the first place to get it as soon as early as the end of this month. So Walmart has the figure listed on their website, which is why I'm not convinced that it's going to be truly a Target exclusive. It may be one of these where, again, Target gets first dibs like they did with Skelly God and Battle Cat. I'm trying to get a confirmation from Mattel. Mattel said it was going to be available at Target late Friday, so I've got to wait till, at least till tomorrow before I can get a confirmation. But it's definitely in the Target system, and again, definitely looks like it's going to be out by the end of this month. And what about? I mean, the cartoon. I'm excited for the cartoon. I know some people keep getting worked up about the fact they think it's going to focus only on Teela. I think Teela is going to be a major focal point, but I don't think it's just going to focus on Teela. And frankly, Teela's a badass, so she was a badass in the original series, but I'm excited from what I've seen for the trailer and stuff for the new series. Jerry says got Flock last month. Not a pop collector, but also got the Flock Taz. Marcel says Evelyn is awesome. I don't know if you're talking about the character in general or just the figure or what, but I am digging the figure, the new figure. It was funny because I ended up it was on Showtime the other night, the original live action Masters of the Universe movie, so I ended up watching part of that the other night. As bad as that movie is, it's still actually fun to watch. Kyle says he's loving the Bad Batch. I thought the Bad Batch has been pretty good overall. I'm not sure where they're going with it yet, as far as a main focal point, other than obviously the Omega character. But yeah, we're definitely, we're seeing a lot of characters from other shows, including this last week's episode, which makes it kind of interesting. Logan says he needs a room tour. Yeah, I was even thinking about doing that today. I mean, I could. Actually, I got a wire that's kind of keeping me from turning the camera too much, so I can't give you a full 360. But yeah, we'll do that soon. Blake loves the old Masters of the Universe movie. If they kept it in Eternia and didn't go to Earth, it would be epic. I have it on Blu-ray. Well, yeah, but I mean, 90% of the movie took place on Earth, but it's still. I mean, like I said, it's corny as shit, and special effects were not fantastic, but it's still somehow it's still fun to watch. Thoughts on the rumored Disney Parks exclusive Spider-Man Marvel Legends figure with spider bots? I have not heard that one, King, but they love to do their Disney Park merchandising, so I wouldn't be too surprised. When does your Thundertank arrive? I I got mine through Big Bad Toy Store, so I mean, I'm sure it's at least a year away, but I don't know if they've given a specific date on those. We just got a recent update from Super7 about the third wave of figures will be shipping from the factory soon, which means, hopefully we'll be getting our hands on it within the next few months. Wave 3 is actually going to come out before Wave 2. But Wave Three's got Slythe and Chitara and stuff, so I'm actually pretty excited for Wave 3. But I have no idea when the Thunder Tank's gonna show up. But again, I'm not really expecting that to show up for at least a year. Super 7 is not known for being fast, so I pretty much going in figured it's gonna take them a while to get that out to us. Yeah, I agree. That image they posted just this weekend of Slythe, he looks awesome. I can't wait to get my hands on that one. Action figure expert. Have I acquired the Marvel Select Titanium Man? Not yet. I mean, it's not. I think it's started to hit overseas, some places overseas. So we posted up on Marvelous News some in-hand images. That figure looks great. I love the Silver Centurion Iron Man figure they did. I fantastic figure. If you haven't gotten it, I highly recommend it. If you're a fan of Iron Man, especially that armor, it blows the mark. I did the review the other day, but it blows the Marvel Legend one out of the water. So, and Titanium Man is looking pretty impressive as well. So I definitely plan on getting that one when I can. I don't get a lot of Marvel Select figures. I get a few here and there, but that one I definitely plan on getting. Yellow Jack, any word on when Marvel Legends Tigra comes out? So I don't have a specific date yet on when that's coming out or going up for pre-order, but I will tell you. So Hercules and Tigra are in fact looking to be fan channel exclusives. So Eric on Facebook hats off to you, man, for calling that one. You know, he told me like weeks ago. He was like, "Yeah, those are going to be fan channel exclusives," and I was like, "No way, man. Those are going to be part of a wave or something. They're not going to do those, you know, with all that new tooling and stuff. They're not going to do those as fan channel exclusives." But he was right. So Hercules should be going up tomorrow. So you know, heard it here first. Um, Hercules is essentially going to be the reveal for tomorrow, and will be going up for pre-order online. Places, you know, most online retailers should be carrying it. Tigra again should also be a fan channel exclusive, but again, I don't know exactly when that one's going to be going up for pre-order. It may be this month. I'll have to do some additional checking, but probably soon. So, but again, both of those are in fact looking to be fan channel exclusives, which essentially means they're going to be available online. Did I pre-order the Mezco Fantastic Four set? I did not. Um, it looked pretty good overall, but it was a little bit on the pricey side, and so I did not pull the trigger on that one. Mezco 112 figures, those again are things where I'll get an occasional one here and there, but they're just so expensive, and it's hard to get them all. Michael says he wasn't expecting a Revelation Battle Cat figure to be quite as big as it is. Yeah, I was a little surprised when I saw it in hand for the first time as well. It definitely has a nice size to it, but it's a great figure overall. I mean, I don't have He-Man yet, but definitely it's, I think, probably the nicest Battle Cat that they've done to date. Mario's using his Fantastic Four figures from Mezco to go along with the HasLab Galactus. That's if, and we don't know yet if it's Galactus. We'll probably find out on Friday, but I think it's probably, my guess is it'll be Galactus, but we don't. We're all just speculating at this point. Blake come in with a super chat donation. Thanks, man. As always, much appreciated. Let's see, thanks for another live stream. Add this to the app. You may do for the community and buy sweet toys. Thank you, man. So sadly, I've not made much progress on developing something for that's going to be going to be effective for the thing we talked about several weeks ago with trying to come up with something where collectors can kind of help collectors find stuff nationally, not just in individual groups. The biggest hindrance right now is just finding something, a platform that can be used, that can send out notifications directly to people, because I know expecting people to come and check on something like that daily is just not going to be that effective. But fortunately, I mean, we have, again, knock on wood, I don't have any wood near me, but we've seen some improvement on that front with like G.I. Joe and stuff. So but yeah, definitely that is still something I want to get done. There's so many things I want to get done, but it's like, I mean, just all the news that has been coming out recently. I mean, that's all I have time to do anymore is just report the news, throw up a news video and report it on the sites. But it's just it just seems like there's just been so much stuff coming at us from all these different companies. It's just been crazy, and I don't think it's going to slow down this month. I mean, this month is definitely. I mean, just this week, we've got we've got a reveal for Hercules tomorrow. We've got the HasLab probably on Friday. Mattel just announced today that they're going to be doing a 12 days thing where they're going to start revealing products, and I think they're going to reveal there's what would have been their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives for this year and selling those. So that's going to be start this week. Super7's going to be doing their G.I. Joe thing here. NECA, I believe, they basically have said that they're going to be announcing their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives here pretty soon. they put a time clock up on their Instagram, but I forget what the date was. But like within the week or so, we're probably going to see what NECA San Diego Comic-Con exclusives for this year are going to be. It looked like they were teasing an alien figure, which shock, they're going to do another alien figure. But, you know, they're going to have something turtle related and stuff as well. So, and then, of course, you know, September, you know, Pulse, or I'm thinking September. They said fall, but most likely September, you know, the Pulse Con. So, but just so much stuff. It's just, I mean, if you only collect one action figure line, it's probably not that big a deal. But when you collect multiples, it gets so, it's great on one hand. It's great to have the news. It's great to see all the product. But on the other hand, it's like, oh my God, my wallet needs it needs a breather. I know it's a pipe dream, but I hope the HasLab is Galactus with Gabriel, Nova, Firelord, and more. I see. You might see one of those heralds. I could see them doing one herald, but I really don't see them doing a bunch of heralds with that. If in fact it ends up being Galactus, just because I mean there are going to be those who want the heralds but really can't afford to get, you know, spend the money on a HasLab project. So yeah, I think they realize that. So again, I could see them doing one. Hopefully, other than Silver Surfer, I really don't want another Silver Surfer figure. But you know, maybe Firelord. You know, I think if they did a herald for the HasLab, you know, my money would be on Firelord. But that they would do like a whole bunch of them, I have my doubts on that. Dr. Steinman says the overwhelming nature of consuming takes its toll. Yes, it does. And then the other, like for me, like, you know, I've been really getting into like classic video games and stuff. So I, here, let me see if I can turn this. So you guys you always see these in my videos: the arcade one up turtle machine, and then the Marvel versus superhero one. But then I got over here this cabinet top Donkey Kong machine. I ended up picking up, and it's actually really cool. So it's got like 200 games on it, and a lot of them are junk games, but it's got some good classic games on there. You know, things like Pac-Man, Galaga, Frogger, Cubert, Zaxxon, Tron. It's got Tron though. You don't have the controls, like you don't have a trackball. You don't have the turn thing like on the Tron cabinet. So like, you know, it's got Centipede on there, but without a trackball, Centipede's not as good. But it's got like a ton of games. But I got it mostly for I love Donkey Kong. It's one of my favorite classic arcade games. So I got it for that. But I've really been getting into like that. I only have so much space though. I'd probably get more cabinets if I had space for them. Michael says, "What game is Zaxxon?" You never heard of Zaxxon? It was put out by Sega. It was like one of their first major video arcade games. You basically a, a, a jet essentially, and you just fly and you like shoot things up, and essentially you go up and down and left and right. And I don't know, it's a pretty cool game. I always thought it was a cool game as a kid. But yeah, the X-Men side scroller arcade one up machine that's got the X-Men and the Avenger side scroller should be I'm pretty sure it's going up for pre-order this coming week. So I've got a space like next to this one for it. And that's the last one I'm going to be able to get, I think, because I don't have any more room for any others. But I've always loved that side scroller X-Men game and the Avengers one too. So I am planning on getting that one. Yeah, you had to growing up in the 80s. If you didn't grow up in the 80s, you probably won't know what Zaxxon is, but it's definitely a cool classic arcade game. I mean, it came out, same time as Pac-Man and a lot of those other games. Tony C could never get past the first level of Q*bert. Q*bert's another one I love. Um, Redskin fan. Well, they just put up for pre-order a new cabinet for Turtles. It's the same games, different cabinet art, which I don't actually like as much. But probably the thing about it that's better than the original is it's got Wi-Fi capability, so you can play people online essentially. Dig Dug is here. Dig Dug's on this machine I got too. Burger Time, that's one that's on there. Trying to think of other classic video games. Donkey Kong Jr. The third Donkey Kong game they did, which I never really played, but trying to think what else. Commando, that one was on there. Tapper, no, they don't. It doesn't have Tapper on there, and doesn't have Defenders or Asteroid either, which is surprising. Those are you generally find those on a lot of the machines. Paperboy, yeah, that's another classic. That's not on this machine, but yeah, that's a classic. There's Salome is joining us, everybody. There's Arcade One Up's putting out a Mortal Kombat, or it's put out, I should say, a Mortal Kombat Legacy machine that's got Paperboy and Tapper on it. Yeah, Salome is here, coming in late, but she's joined us. Joust, that's another classic. Tempest. All right, so let's see. We've gone through He-Man. We've talked Marvel Legends. Trying to think what else. G.I. Joe, we talked about that. Any updates on Age of Apocalypse Marvel Legends 2021? Updates as in, I mean, the second wave, which that's been officially revealed up for pre-order, but nothing beyond that. I don't have really much in the way of Transformer news. I did talk about briefly the new animated series that's coming from Super7 and Nacelle Company, the guys that did the toys that made us. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of details yet, but they are apparently looking to reboot Silverhawks. I've yet to see any of the Justice League figures myself. I've seen other people finding them, but I haven't seen them myself. All right, guys. I think you're going to call it a little bit early. mainly because my stomach's getting a little upset. So, as always, guys, I do appreciate you guys joining in. I hopefully will be back for a live stream next Sunday. I probably won't have one at the last Sunday of the month. I probably won't have a live stream, but definitely should be back next week. Again, should be a lot of things to talk about coming this week with Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Ultimates, Mattel, Mattel San Diego Comic Con exclusives. So yeah, I'm okay. Just I had some ice cream a little bit while ago, which is never a good thing to do before a live stream. So lactose intolerant and all of that. But as always, guys, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Blake, with your super chat donation, you're awesome, man. Stay safe out there, guys. And until next time, I'll catch you later.